Hey, hello everybody, it's Royce here, and I would like to welcome all of you to the Royce in the House YouTube channel. We pretty much are a classic rock channel. We cover non-classic rock, and we cover a few other things as well. We have a whole lot of videos. You can go see it anytime you'd like. Do me a proper, hit the like button. It helps the show get spread out to a wider audience by the algorithm if you get enough likes. And if you're not already a subscriber, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you get a one-time notification whenever a new show is coming on. Okay, we're gonna have a great time tonight. It'll probably be a lot of debate and things like that. But it's the 20. I made a list of the 25 greatest guitar solos, rock guitar solos of all time. Now, I don't think I have to tell anybody that's a very subjective list. And if the four of us on the panel right now and everybody in the chat made one, there would be some things that, maybe on both lists or all lists even, I mean, there are some things that are just everybody's gonna accept as one of the greatest of all time. But then there's going to be a whole lot that's going to change from this particular list. So before I go any further, I want to thank my friend Irga Splitten Loudenboomer, who just gave me a $10 super chat to support the show. And I really, really appreciate that, brother. Thank you so much. Let's see. Something's sticking over here? I don't know. Sorry, folks. Just bear with me for a second. My slide wasn't sliding. And the next person I want to bring up is my dear friend, Rock and Robin Bird, a $2 super chat. This is going to be an awesome show. Thank you so much, Robin. And you know what? I want to tell everybody right now, I really want the chat to participate. If you don't like something that I like, let me know about it. I'm fine with that. I could make another list 3 days from now. It would be probably 8 or 10 changes on it, right? So there's just so much to choose from. Okay, so thank you, Rock and Robin Bird. And John Rouse just joined a membership. Just joined the membership, the Royce in the House membership. We'll be adding new videos soon to that. I think we've got 10 videos on there that are members only right now. We want to build that up to 25 at least, and then rotate some in and out. So John, thank you so much for joining the membership. Welcome to the club here. We really appreciate you. We appreciate everybody here. And once again, I just want to say to the chat and the panel, of course, I don't have to say it, but I would like everybody participating in this show, giving your opinions, throwing up, names and songs rather that you think should be on the list that you would have on your list, and we can all talk about it and have a good time doing so. So
I would, Royce, but I'm too shy.
We're so glad you're that shy.
right. Okay, well, before I get deep into it, folks, I got to do one more thing. Okay, I've got to give shout outs to the people that added some extra support to the show last week. We had Iver Splitten Loudon Boomer again gave a super chat of $2. Thank you so much. Rock and Robin Bird, a super of $3. Stephen Fox came in with $4.99. Ben Scheidegger, a super at $2. Paul 401 bought 5 memberships to be passed out. 5 new memberships. Thanks so much. Paul and I go back, way back. I don't know how many people know. He actually lives in the country of Colombia.
We have a worldwide audience, Royce. I mean, we're just going to have to get comfortable with the fact that we are a worldwide phenomenon.
No, right.
No, it's true. It's true.
I hear you. I chart, where people are from,
if you don't believe it, it'll never happen, folks. That's my plea.
In addition, Rock and Robin bought a 1-month membership. John Foster, a super chat at $2. The power of 2, like Michael always says, boy, they add up. Just the facts, man. Dan, my good friend and co-host, we go back a long ways, a $10 super chat.
Supportive.
Ben Scheidegger, a $2 super chat. Ben, another $2 super chat. Michael Boswell, a $2 super chat. Michael Boswell, another $2 super chat. Rock and Robin Bird, a $2 super chat. And Joseph Blue, a $2 super chat. So
hey, Royce, when my youngest daughter was just a tyke, I'd spoil her rotten, buy her everything under the sun, right?
Right, right.
She was our last child, Gen 2 child practically. And
Gen 2.
I would always tell her, you made out like a bandit, and
Right.
so she'd pick up, before I could even say it, she'd pick up on what I'd say and she'd go, I made a bandit, Daddy. I made a bandit. So, Royce, all I
yeah.
can say, brother, with all those wonderful super thanks, you made a bandit, brother. You made a bandit.
You reminded me of so many cute things my little girls did when they were small.
Oh, but God, I love little girls. They're just so wonderful at that age, aren't they?
Oh, yeah, they really are, the things they say. So before we get into my list of the 25 greatest guitar solos of all time, I need to introduce my panel. I have next to me Michael Nolan, The Bottom Line, a fantastic content creator. The show is growing like crazy. You guys got to, if you're not already a subscriber, you actually got to get to Michael's channel. We all just came from Michael's channel. He goes before I do on Sunday night. He starts at 5 o'clock, adds a lot of things during the week as well, does another live stream on Wednesday night. Excellent content creator, fastest growing show I know about. Well, yeah, thank you, Michael. Glad you're here. And same with
thank
you, Dan.
Royce.
Dan, just the facts man, or just the facts man, my friend Dan. I hate putting Dan first because I want to confuse people if they go looking for it. Just the facts man, Dan. Okay. So anyway, Dan is another fantastic content creator. He's got a big show. He gets a lot of views, and music heavy with a lot of really cool other things. There's a variety there for you guys to check out. And I love Dan's show. Michael loves Dan's show.
He's very, very tribal, Royce.
Yeah, no, Dan is awesome. Yeah. He's got all kinds of rock and roll connections. He's had me go to interviews with him in the past with Mark Farner.
Wonderful.
Mark Farner, was one of them. That was outstanding, Dan. Thank you. And I guess there's more coming up before too much longer.
In fact, I've got a road trip coming up on Wednesday to get some B footage of someone we're going to be interviewing in a couple of weeks here. I'm not releasing the name yet, but
I keep hearing this bug in my ear, Dan.
You're not really what yet, Dan? I'm sorry, I missed the last thing.
So I'm not ready to release the name of this person yet.
Okay, sure.
But we should know by next week.
Okay, sounds cool. Thank you.
See, that's just another reason why you need to be connected to Royce in the House, The Bottom Line, Dan McNew, Just the Facts Man. And these two gentlemen, wherever they may be as well, because you never know what you're going to get.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, directly below Just the Facts is our good friend, Chris Elliott. Very knowledgeable. Look at Nick. Very, very knowledgeable on music. Chris has been co-hosting for, I don't know, how long has it been now, Chris?
A couple of years.
Couple of years? Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to see you here again.
Right.
And appreciate your participation. And next to you, below me, is the one and only Novice Nick. And Novice hasn't been around for a couple of weeks. He's been busy doing other things.
I apologize. And wouldn't you know, just as you're going live, the missus walks in with a fudge sickle, unwrapped and says, "Here." I'm like, "I'm on it here." So I had to dispose of it. I apologize. Funny. I'm so thrilled to be back.
Dan's got probably more albums than just about the rest of us put together, maybe times 2 or 3. I don't know. Novice Nick. And anyway,
hey, Nick, I did want to say, as a fellow fudge-sickle-holic, one cannot deny the fudge sickle. It must be attended to.
Yes, nothing precedes it.
Okay, so let's finally jump right into the show. I think I'll make myself large for a little bit of an intro here. Okay, there are riffs. And then there are moments, okay? I'm talking about the kind of guitar solos that stop time. Solos that serve the song, but also explode out of the song, okay? They say everything words can't. Solos that can actually define careers, start arguments, lots of arguments. Maybe some tonight, we'll see. and endless debates. So here's a list of the top 25 that I came up with. Okay, very subjective. Probably going to be a lot of disagreement here, but we're going to get started on this, and I'm going to go ahead and just let's see. We've got something going on up here. It looks like oh, Stephen Fox just made a super chat.
I don't agree.
So
You must have lost your mind and named those. Oh, I'm sorry. I was practicing.
Oh, you got caught in the act. Well, I'm going to throw out the number one solo for me of all time in rock and roll. It's out of Stairway to Heaven. Jimmy Page's solo on Stairway to Heaven is my number one solo of all time. Do you guys have anything you want to say about that, or?
It'd be in my top 10 of. See, it's my number one Led Zeppelin solo, I guess. The only problem is we're going to get into 25 solos tonight, Royce, and how many Led Zeppelin songs are going to be missing to make room for the rest of these knuckleheads?
Well, I know that was the problem, Michael. I didn't want to put anybody 3, 4, 5 times on the list. You know?
Yeah, I know. See, and that's
I tried to split the list up to where.
Yeah.
I did.
No, I know, and I dig where you're coming from and all of that. It's just that. Yeah. That would be my number one Led Zeppelin, just to kind of go along with your list. Number one for me, I'll bet you isn't even on your list. I haven't seen Royce's list, folks. I'm just going by the seat of my pants here. And the seat of my pants tell me the number one rock solo of all time is Building Anticipation. By Jeff Beck, Going Down from the Jeff Beck Group. Listen to the solo and just bare basic group, and he freaking goes into galaxies unbeknownst and does it at warp 15.
Wow.
And that is my favorite rock solo of all time, even though Jeff Beck isn't my favorite guitarist. But in that moment, if he had played the rest of his career doing that kind of shit, he'd probably be my number one guitar player. He's already number 3. So that would be my number one. What say ye, panel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dan, any comments on my first choice?
Well, on the Stairway to Heaven one, I mean, isn't that the song that's banned in all music stores?
Yeah.
Well, it was banned in Wayne's World. I remember that. Yeah.
No stairway.
He had one note, and somebody grabbed him on the shoulder and pointed to the sign. No stairway. I love that. Yeah. What a moment that was.
Well, that's definitely one of Zeppelin's better ones. I mean, there's so many to choose from. I mean, this is such a wide open category.
I know. Same thing Michael said. Yeah. There's so many to choose from. So I'm just going to muddle through this and get opinions and see what the chat has to say.
Answer to Brian Bingham in the chat. How about Jeff Beck's Bolero? Fine example, top-notch solo. But all I can say to that, who was that again that made that comment? Brian? Yeah, Brian, please listen to Going Down. You'll never see or hear a more sparkling and blazing speed and wanton destruction from, I think it's a Strat he's playing through. It's certainly got that single coil attack, and that'll be interesting. How many of these solos will be played on humbuckers versus single coil of some type?
True.
Is it? Will we be choosing solos that are sound driven as well? Like I said on my stream before this, I had a few caveats, about even discussing this. Is this stream going to be enough, Royce, to even begin to cover this discussion?
Barely.
Well, we need to pick up the pace, that's for sure.
Well, I'm just saying this is a monster
Well, we know
choice that you made that may require maybe not your next stream, but maybe another stream down the line, certainly.
Well, okay, well, we'll see what happens. Chris, any thoughts on Stairway to Heaven?
Oh, it's iconic for a reason. I mean,
Yeah.
There's not much else
Right.
to say that hasn't been said
Okay.
about it.
Right. Okay. Nick.
Well, no arguments. You know that it's right up there. It is
Yeah.
one of those that
Absolutely.
is what's the word? Just
Well,
so
it's
thrilling, enjoyable, and
it's just
iconic that
so iconic. Yeah.
yeah. But you want I'm going to bring something from off the wall over here, way
Okay.
over
Go ahead.
here.
Go ahead.
Uh, you know how I really like Stevie Ray Vaughan, and
Yeah.
I'm going to surprise you. Mary Had a Little Lamb.
No, that's
Yes.
a great song. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I
I
mean,
like that song a lot.
it's
It's
not
good.
number one, but it's one of those. I can't give you a number one. I'm not
Yeah.
going to give anyone a number one. So
Yeah.
if you're waiting around for that, uh,
Yeah.
Royce is taking donations right now for my lack of being able
Okay.
to achieve a number one. But yeah,
Foolish
Stairway to Heaven
man.
is incredible, and
Okay. Well, I
Nicholas,
just
you
want to.
are a
I just
foolish man.
let
We
me let
will
me
get this information out of
let me
you.
let me
oh,
thank Stephen Fox one more time for his super chat, and then listen here. Here's what we're gonna do. We're not gonna spend 10 minutes talking about every song. Why don't I go
right,
through the next maybe three on my list, and then we can have a little discussion and go to the next three.
Hey,
And the
Royce,
next,
can I
yeah,
respond to Stephen's kind comment? He's
absolutely.
talking about my acoustic solo. It's a radio show I did, a song I wrote about my brother called Surrender, and it is one of the videos that's on there. I'm playing with a wonderful guitarist named Garth O'Brien. It was filmed, and I had written that song about 4 weeks before we performed it. And everybody's given me such kind comments on that. That's me back in about 2008.
Nice.
So a younger version of me,
Sure.
a shorter haired version of me, but I always get kind comments about that song. Many of my closest people have told me it's the best song I ever wrote. I know it's one of the better ones, but
Okay.
I don't know which one that would be. But thank you kindly, John. It
Yeah,
was John, wasn't it? John Foster
yeah, that was really nice of him. Okay.
or
Next on my
Steven? It was Steven. Thank
next
you,
on my
Steven.
list is Jimi Hendrix, All Along the Watchtower. I absolutely love that song. There's a couple of other things. I did a couple of HMs, honorable mentions, when I had an artist that I wanted to mention a little bit more, but we don't have to dwell on that. So it's Jimi Hendrix, All Along the Watchtower, and I gave an honorable mention to Little Wing, which everybody covered. Stevie Ray Vaughan. I still find people doing the cover of Little Wing, song Jimi
yeah,
Hendrix wrote. Everybody
yeah,
loves it.
Yeah,
yeah.
who didn't do it?
And Voodoo Child, Slight Return. That's a wonderful song. I love that song. So anyway, so my number two was Jimi Hendrix, All Along the Watchtower, and my number three, folks, is David Gilmour, Comfortably Numb.
Oh yeah.
And I picked David Gilmour because it's emotion over speed, right?
Yep.
Gilmour's tone and his tasty licks are just like beyond the pale. I mean, the guy is just amazing. Nobody does that better. Bleeding, feeling into every note, proof that restraint can hit as hard as flash. Yes, restraint, waiting on that next note, hitting it at the right time. I mean,
Yep.
that's a real skill there as well. So okay, so I had Jimi Hendrix, All Along the Watchtower, David Gilmour, Comfortably Numb, and I know Michael's going to like this. My number four solo is Joe Walsh's Hotel California with the Eagles.
Yeah.
Okay. Harmonized, hypnotic, iconic. It's not just a solo, it's a duel, and it still wins every time. Okay.
That's why
So,
it wouldn't have been on my list just by your title tonight, because I see it as a duet rather than a guitar solo. But you're right, Royce, it is a fine piece of work. As far as number two for me, you said about your number two. Number two with me would probably be Comfortably Numb. And so far on the list, we've discussed Jimmy Page at number three. Not putting Page down, because there's a couple of solos by Page that I think I would probably put in there over Comfortably Numb if they
oh
were
yeah,
on the
yeah.
list. right?
Yeah, no, I could have picked. I could have
But
picked.
so
more.
far about what we've discussed, you and I aren't too far off. With the one caveat, that was one of the things I was mentioning on my
Right,
stream.
right.
Is are we talking about guitar solos or guitar duets?
Well, we're talking about solo.
Yeah, because Hotel California is both Joe Walsh and um, Don Felder.
And we,
Yeah. Well, I'm totally aware of that. But Joe Walsh and Hotel California show up on a lot of best guitar
Oh,
solos.
I know it does.
They don't mention the other guy. They just mention Joe Walsh.
Yeah.
Don't ask me why. Don't ask me why.
Which is completely stupid as shit because most of the solo ideas came from Felder. It was Joe Walsh who had to kind of buck up and learn how to play this kind of style of guitar. That wasn't Joe Walsh style of guitar. Those aren't Joe Walsh styles of notes. Believe me, I know my Joe Walsh. Watched the guy live right before my eyes back in the day. A great guitarist, and that was Joe Walsh playing catch up, Royce.
But
that's Don Felder, you know.
He hit it out of the park on Hotel California.
Oh yeah, they did. It's a wonderful. Like I said, besides that caveat, I certainly couldn't fault anybody for putting it in the. What did you put it in as number 4?
Right.
Was it number 4 for you?
It's number 4, right after Gilmore. Yeah.
Right. Depends. What do you got at number 5?
Well, anybody else want to comment on 2 and 3, Hendrix and Gilmore and Walsh? Any of those 3? Anybody got a comment?
Well, I agree with the David Gilmour, Comfortably Numb. I agree with that. I would put that one at number 2 though, but
yep, that's where I had it.
Okay.
Wow. The panel is heavily kind of favoring. I haven't heard from Chris yet, but so far the panel's heavily favoring it being at number 2.
Yep.
Myself, I don't know. I'd put it personally. What I like, I'd put it in my top 10. Comfortably Numb. But myself, there's songs that stick in my head ever since the first time I've heard them, like Eric Clapton's guitar solo in Presence of the Lord is one of my all-time favorite guitar solos of all time.
Beautiful.
Or I forget the guy who does it, but Blinded by the Light, Manfred Mann's version, that guitar solo in there, my goodness. They might not be the most technical, but they're awesome.
Yeah, and Chris has a good point because then you've got all these amazing guitar solos by bands like Toto, great, amazing guitar. Steely Dan with some of the best guitar players on the freaking planet. You know, brought in to be technically the greatest guitar player that Steely Dan could afford to hire to do the Larry Carlton. Right. Yeah. And so often on these lists, those kind of guitarists don't get as favored as much because, it's the flash dash and all that cash that interests us. And we like and we also like our bandit rock god guitarists to kind of have a patch over the eye. And sometimes like bands like Toto, they seem like they're more like they're almost more closely associated with the Wrecking Crew than a real rock band because they were nothing but studio musicians who got together, and Steely Dan relied on a lot of studio musicians in the last 2/3 of their career to make their sound go forward, but there's some amazing guitar work amongst those artists, but you just watch very few of them will rise to the top.
Yeah.
Of course.
Okay. So,
I want to throw one more out there. That
Nick, Hendrix, Gilmore, and Walsh. Sorry.
It's it's got to be the Gilmore on as number 2.
You would rank them too. Okay.
Yeah.
Where would you put Hendrix and where would you put Joe Walsh?
Hendrix at 3. Walsh top 10.
I'd put the Hendrix at number 4. I forgot to mention that. Right underneath Stairway, Royce. That's truly a top 5 rock.
I had that number. I had Hendrix number 2, of course.
Yeah. So we're not too far off.
No, 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 no. Okay. So let's go on now. At number 5, what do I have at number 5? I have Eric Clapton from Cream, the solo on Crossroads, a blistering, definitive blues rock anthem. Okay, a holy grail. It's really kind of a holy grail of guitar solos, to be quite honest with you. So that's Eric Clapton from Cream, Crossroads, and honorable mention because Clapton's got so many was While My Guitar Gently Weeps. And yes, it's a Beatles song, but the solo is 100% Clapton. Aching, bluesy, and perfectly brokenhearted. So I went 5 Eric Clapton. Let's see. I mentioned a couple of Eric Claptons on 5. I didn't actually say anything on 6 yet. For 6, I have Stevie Ray Vaughan, Texas Flood.
Yeah.
So Clapton 5, Stevie Ray Vaughan 6. Comments, panel? Wait, before you start, I just want to mention I want to give a shout out to. I've had a couple of Zappa fans have brought up Zappa songs, and I want you guys to know that I'm a Zappa fan. I didn't quite get him on the list, but I know he's definitely worthy. So anyway, I'm sorry, Michael. Go ahead.
No, that's all right. We're on number 5 now. I would choose Clapton in a number 5 position, but I would flip your choice. I would use, and for the same reason you chose David Gilmour, for emotive effect.
Yeah.
Not that it's technically anywhere close to Clapton's greatest solo. I would pick While My Guitar Gently Weeps because it is a symphony to my ears. It is a guitar weeping before you, you know.
And it was a really good fit on a Beatles song where Crossroads, and I know you're a huge Beatles fan, so I could see where that would resonate with you better than Crossroads, which is just hard rock and blues, you know, which I know you love the blues as well, but.
Yeah, and for my number 6, I wouldn't go. Probably number 7 would probably be Stevie Ray, but I wouldn't. I'm gonna go. You know what I just did today, Royce? I just won an auction for a Robert Ludwig album, Tattoo by Rory Gallagher. So I'm gonna listen to that, and that one of the songs off Tattoo. That was such a major album for me.
Nice.
And I got it for a decent price, like, you know, $30, you know, a little over, but not much. And it was like, oh, wow, you know, and you know what Patrick has to offer is always top notch. But I would see Roy Gallagher, Stevie Ray, Roy Gallagher, Stevie Ray. You know, for me, they're almost interchangeable, but I discovered Roy Gallagher first, so he's kind of my guy. He's like the Hulk Hogan. No, the new good guy can't take over center stage yet because Hulk's got a couple of more years left in him after all, you know. And so to me, Rory Gallagher would be number 6 on my list. But which cut from that album? I'll have to give it a listen when I get it. Now, let you know.
Right. Okay. Okay. Anybody else? Stevie Ray Vaughan and Eric Clapton. Stevie Ray Vaughan 6 and Clapton 5.
I would say Stevie Ray 5 because he's my homeboy here.
Right. I hear you. I heard that.
Dan.
And what was the other 2? Crossroads and
Crossroads and While My Guitar Gently Weeps got honorable mention. You know.
I would say Crossroads and then While My Guitar Gently Weeps.
Yeah, and that's the way I saw it too. And we also had Stevie Ray Vaughan's Texas Flood.
Yeah.
I would go in the same order as Dan just put in myself.
Okay.
I'm interested to see.
I would probably, for my favorite Stevie Ray, I would substitute in for Tin Pan Alley.
Oh, I love that song. Yeah.
Yeah, nice choice, Chris.
Yeah, Stevie Ray just.
Yeah, I like
so
that
many
song
to
a
pick
lot.
from.
Yeah, with most of these guys, right?
Yeah, that's why I tossed out. You know,
all right, I'm going to throw one out there.
I mean,
throw one out there, see what everybody thinks. Peter Frampton, do you feel like we do? Does anybody like that?
You know, I liked Peter Frampton. I don't really have any of his music right now, but I thought that was good.
Yeah.
It wouldn't even be in my
it's-
top 50.
Yeah,
No,
it's not
no,
a top
wouldn't mind
10.
either,
I
but
I was waiting to hear
Great.
that.
great one.
Now you know what no one wants to mention in the top 10. I don't know whether it's dislike them or what. Eddie Van Halen.
Yeah, well,
And the,
I'm only on number 6.
I
So
know.
here
So
Well,
you
we're
want
going to talk
I was waiting
about
to hear you.
eruption.
you might want to see what's number 7.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm very interested to see what rounds out the
Oh,
bottom.
If you're talking
okay. So
eruption, I'd put eruption at like number 10. It'd be in the top 10, but not
Yeah,
okay. Well,
quite that high.
I've got Eddie Van Halen Eruption number 7.
there
Oh,
you
There we
go.
go.
yeah.
It's in one word. It was revolutionary. Okay, come on, tapping, dive bombs, a tone
Oh, yeah.
a stone that still makes guitarists whisper. How
Yeah.
does he do that? You know, and yeah, no, that was Eruption. I put Eruption on number 7,
Okay.
just because it was revolutionary. It was it
Yeah.
was different. It wasn't our normal solo. So and then honorable mention, he also Van Halen also played guitar on Michael Jackson's "Beat It." I just thought I'd throw that in as honorable mention
Yeah.
there. So number 8, that was 7, Eddie Van Halen. Number 8, I have Dwayne Allman, Layla with Derek and the Dominoes.
Oh,
Slide
yeah.
guitar that sings like a voice breaking under weight. A solo that sounds like falling in love and falling apart. Layla. And yeah, Dwayne hit it out of the park on that. That's such an iconic song that he did there. So okay, so we'll stop right there for a minute. 7, Eddie Van Halen. 8, Dwayne Allman. What do we say about that, guys?
I agree with that order.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
I wouldn't put Layla even in my top 10. Be in my
No.
top 20 for emotive and
Yeah.
all of that. But it's, and then what was your other choice, Royce? I was looking up information.
Yeah, no, I had Layla. That was number 8, and I had Eddie Van Halen Eruption was number 7 on the list.
Right, and I've already said that'd probably be number 10 for me. Yeah, this one wouldn't be, but in this place, especially okay, this is a nice place to consider slide guitar and all of that.
Oh yeah,
I would probably choose something from live at Fillmore East by them, if it was time to put it, because Dwayne Allman is certainly worthy of this high of a spot on a list, but Layla's not his best solo by any stretch of the imagination. So I'd put, but I would agree that he belongs in this spot. Maybe not for Layla though.
Okay. All right. So let's go on then. Number 9. Number 9, folks. Tony Iommi, Paranoid.
Okay.
I knew that was everybody was gonna stop for a minute when I said that. and then we, short, sharp, and sinister. Proof you don't need 8 minutes to melt minds. Just a good riff, okay? A great tone and timing like a sledgehammer, right? Tony Iommi, Paranoid. That's number 9. Number 10, we'll see how you guys feel about this one. I think it deserves to be on the list. Not everybody would put it where I put it, but The Thrill Is Gone, B.B. King.
That's a great song. I don't know top 10 though.
Top 25 for me.
So we got Paranoid, 9, B.B. King, The Thrill Is Gone. Okay, comments, guys? Comments?
Well, historically, B.B. King, The Thrill Is Gone is an important solo. It's placed in rock and blues and everything, but it's not a great solo.
You gotta, not all solos are created equal. You got you got the Eddie Van Halen solos, and then you got the David Gilmour solos. Okay. I mean, they're worlds apart, but David Gilmour's higher on the list on almost anybody's list.
Yeah,
right?
see,
so it just depends on what you're looking for.
Right around here, I would rather see I want a little bit of a pub guitarist here. I want a little Johnny Winter. Now, which song, though?
Yeah, somebody just brought Johnny Winter up, Frankenstein. Yeah.
Oh, did they? Good.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
Edgar.
Yeah.
Edgar.
Edgar. Excuse me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's the Edgar Winter group. But Johnny Winter, man, there was a time, Royce and Dan specifically, and Nick, I think, too, can concur with this because we're all of about the same generation.
Yeah, totally.
There was a time when we were young men getting into our 20s that Johnny Winter was on every top 5 guitar gods of all time lists. And look at how far he has slipped historically. I think that's a shame. People have forgotten truly what a great guitarist. He can challenge Stevie Ray Vaughan. He can challenge Rory Gallagher. My 3 favorite Roadhouse guitarists of all time, right there. I just don't know what song I would put it in. There's so many.
Yeah, Michael, I couldn't agree with you more. Both Johnny and Edgar Winter, they're both absolutely excellent. They don't seem to have gotten the same, notoriety some of the others have gotten that were.
And they were so freaking big in the day, weren't they, Royce?
Yeah.
See, a lot of our younger viewers just don't know how big these guys were.
They were monsters.
I think they could challenge Stevie Ray, but they would come up short. They could challenge, but come up short.
You know what? I may have
Edgar Winter. You got to listen to. You got to re-listen, man.
I am not. I'm not poo-pooing on Edgar or his brother. Believe me, I grew up in that era. I understand. I just
you can only dream of playing guitar like that. I'm a guitarist, and I can only dream.
I can dream of listening to it.
Michael, I'll throw a song out there for you from the Saints and Sinners album.
Oh yeah.
Riot and Cell Block Number 9.
Ooh, nice choice.
Hard to beat that.
Okay.
Now you're talking. All right, we'll anoint that one for tonight. In honor of Chris being such an astute musicologist, we'll just take his suggestion for my number. What are we up to? 8 or 9 or whatever?
Well,
I gave my 10.
Yeah.
Eruption.
10 was BB King. 9 was Tony Iommi, Paranoid. I haven't heard
and Tony Iommi would be on that yet. Yeah, Tony Iommi would be probably number 11 or 12 for me. He's Mr. Riffmaster, but you know what, Royce? I just haven't heard it enough. It's on their last album that I kind of gave a shellacking to tonight on my show, where Tony plays. It's on side 2, and I think it's from Never Say Die. One of the very best solos I've ever heard in rock and roll, and I would nominate. I just can't remember the title of the song, but I would nominate that for like number 11 or 12. He is rock god proficient on one of their worst albums.
Right.
Amazing.
Okay. So, all right, let's move on to 11 on my list. And oh my God, I got $20,000. Betty, call our broker from P401, my 401, my good friend from Colombia, and that is in Colombian pesos. And I could do the math later. I can't. Let me get that up on the screen.
You got to take your shoes off, Royce.
Royce is going to count this out in gold bricks, folks, right before our eyes. Watch him. He's going to go,
Now, if I compared that to last week, I could probably see I can probably get an idea here. Okay. Let's see. You know what? I'll look it up later.
While you're looking that up, I want to know where y'all would put this.
P401 member. Okay, well, we would all put what?
You hear that?
No.
Paul, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, ditto, Paul. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, Colombian pesos, man. That is outstanding. Thank you so much. I'm going to guess that's in the $20 range, but I really couldn't say 100%. But I just have to look at my notes, and I'll be able to tell you. That's as much as Paul's donated in Colombian money. And so I just have to find something that, like is half that or something, and I'll know. Okay. So thank you so much, Paul. You are just amazing.
A scholar and a gentleman.
So appreciated. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. So let me go. Here we are. Okay. Thank you, Paul. All right. Erga Split and Loudenboomer. So we left off at Tony Iommi on 9 and BB King on 10. Love BB King. I've seen BB King in concert. I think I saw him twice. Once solo at the Chumash Casino and once with Buddy Guy. And you talk about, like I said, he's not necessarily it's not Eruption, but it's more Gilmore-ish, but bluesier, you know what I mean? And the guy is fantastic. So anyway, I'm going to move on then. So we'll move on to number 11. Anybody got an idea what number 11 might be?
Well, I said Tony Iommi, so I don't have.
You would push Tony Iommi from 9 to 11.
Felder.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. No. We're talking Alan Collins of Lynyrd Skynyrd's 4-minute solo on Freebird.
Oh God, yeah.
That is, the technical skill, the emotional depth, and the cultural impact. I always kind of looked at the song Freebird similar to the way I looked at a rock anthem, similar to the way I looked at Stairway to Heaven. They're just absolute rock anthems. I mean, they're just timeless. They're always going to be great songs, and they have. I mean, they've been great songs forever. But I mean, like I said, there's not too many songs I give the label of rock anthem to, but this is one of them. This is one of them. This is a fantastic song. I have Lynyrd Skynyrd's Alan Collins doing Freebird 4-minute solo as number 11. And number 12, let's see what you guys think about this. I picked my old friend from Guns N' Roses, Slash, on the song November Rain that I sat through the filming of in a theater in Los Angeles. And not because I sat through that, because the solo, I think it's actually like 2 solos, and it's just absolutely amazing. And for honorable mention under Slash's guitar playing, I put Sweet Child of Mine. Everybody loves that. Everybody loves that guitar playing on Sweet Child of Mine. Okay, so it looks like, let's see. Okay.
No argument.
Yeah. Okay, so no arguments. Michael?
No.
We've got.
I wouldn't put Freebird that high, and again, it's a 3-part solo, so it even outdoes Hotel California. Alan put the solo together by himself in the studio, but when I saw them perform it live, it took 3 guitars. So that what is it? It's a trio delight. So I wouldn't consider it a true lead guitar solo for that reason. But one of rock's most anthemic solos for absolute sure. What was your other choice, Bryce? You were talking. Slash. I wouldn't put Slash in my top 20 of guitars. He'd be a couple of his songs in the top 25, but that's where I'd place him. He wouldn't be anywhere near this high.
Okay.
Go ahead, Nick.
Oh, okay. Can I add something here? Once again, Michael and I. Does your forehead come out bloody like mine does at the end of the night?
Oh yeah.
Do you?
I sweat blood, brother.
If there's any song that I guaranteed, no matter what my mood, and we've listened to it, all of us have, till we're sick of it. But if I want to sit down and put that on the turntable, nothing can wipe the smile from my face. Now the question I have for you. You say it's a trio for lead and the blah, 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 blah.
Right.
So you're telling me that solo, because there was 2 other guitars, that solo doesn't count. But let's see. Other songs have bassists and drummers. And do you just count the soloist while they're playing because there's somebody else backing them up?
Good question.
Of course you don't. So how can you just count? How can you just count us?
Well, quit asking the question and become enlightened, Nick. Here's why I say what I'm going to say is when I saw, I already explained myself earlier. When I saw Royce's initial announcement of this, what we were talking about, I initially started putting together a list of great guitar solos, and in my head, I heard single guitars just doing something that they would do live right before you and amaze me. Okay, so that became the guitar solo list I did. I have also stated on the 2 occasions that I have said I wouldn't put it on my list because I wasn't looking for duets, that both solos are truly great. And I just got through saying that Freebird is even anthemic. It's a grand piece of work, brother. So we're not too far off. It's just like I said, a small caveat.
And that's the reason I'm so thrilled that it's Royce's pick and his list.
Well, listen, guys. I'm gonna pause once in a while because we're missing a lot of great comments from the chat. I mean, Sid here just said Alex Lifeson's solo on Limelight. Let's see.
There we go.
Let's see. We got Blues is slower. Angela, Blues is slower with more feeling. I love this one by Dr. Insomnia because I love Dick Dale, and I stood in front of the stage and watched him play with almost nobody there. But Dick Dale and Miserlou, love that song. You have no idea how much I love that song. But as we look here, Jeffrey Flint brought up another icon and a hero of Jimi Hendrix, Buddy Guy. And let's see what else. I can't back.
Hey Royce, James Watson goes. Anthemic. That's the word I use, and I'm sticking to it, son.
Jeffrey Flint's got to mention Melvin Taylor's Dirty Pool, fantastic guitarist. Joseph Blue, hey, wait a minute. Aren't there 3 guitars in Freebird? Yes, we just had that conversation.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, brother.
Take that, Nick.
Hey, Jersey Devil, Freebird is
just because they're there.
Southern Rock, Stairway to Heaven, and that's why I call that and Stairway to Heaven, Freebird, both of them, rock anthems because I feel that way. I feel that way as well.
Oh,
okay, the guitar solos and Outlaws, Greengrass, and High Tides are on fire.
Yeah,
thank you, Stephen.
Yes.
Dr. Rick, Insomnia agreed on 8 Miles High by the Byrds. Iconic song. Are you ready? Pacific Gas and Electric has an amazing guitar solo. It must be a misprint. Just kidding, Brian. Freebird eclipses all Slash's career, in my honest opinion, Jason Ladd. Well, thank you. Freebird is, like I said, it's way up there on my list. Way up there.
It's generational.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
I'm still waiting for the Avatar show, Nick.
I know, God, no, please.
Oh, boy.
Solo on Black. Okay. All right, guys. We'll go on now. So we talked about B.B. King, Leonard Skinner. We talked about Slash. Okay, number 13, folks. 13 is Kirk Hammett from Metallica, Fade to Black. And I'll tell you, a lesson in metal mood building this song is starts out somber, ends shredding, a journey of light and dark all in one solo. Okay, guys, what do we got to say about
I hadn't thought of that, but I'd concur with that choice the more I think about it, Royce. Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good one.
Well, our lists are getting closer together, Michael.
Favorite Metallica.
Yeah. No, that's a good choicey piece of offering there. Yeah, I like it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
You know what? I've been listening to a lot of Kirk lately. I think I even mentioned it on one of my streams. That guy is freaking amazing.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Oh, he is amazing.
He's amazing. Yeah.
I'm going to have to reinvent my top 20 list and bump him up further. I'm just kind of catching into his stuff again. I've been in a heavy rock mood for the last year. And especially Sabbath for the last 3 or 4 months, kind of prepping for all that happened. But man, what an amazing artist,
Well, no, I agree. Dr. Insomnia brought up something that Dr. Insomnia, I'm almost embarrassed because I was going to get Santana on the list, and then I got busy doing something. But Soul freaking Sacrifice, that stole the show at Woodstock, Soul Sacrifice. And those guys were messed up on LSD that they got from from the Grateful Dead.
I just bought that album on vinyl, and that was my immediate. And Santana was gonna probably fit in right around 12 for me, but then we got on to the other thing. But he'd be a great place right here. And maybe even deserving maybe even deserving a higher spot than we're giving him. He's in my top 5 guitarists. So I could Carlos Santana, amazing.
I agree 100%. I've always been a big Santana fan.
Yep.
Me too.
Well, they didn't have a single album out when they played at Woodstock. Jerry Garcia got them into the show. And boy, they basically stole the show as far as I was concerned. You can say that.
Re-listening to the LP on vinyl, how barbaric it was. It was, like super glued together, and it's a masterpiece. It's a rock and roll masterpiece. Some of the best damn cover art in the freaking universe, man. That's very 60s, very shagadelic, if you know what I mean.
I know exactly what you mean. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move on now. We had Kirk Hammett, Fade to Black, and then that was 13, and for 14, I've got Jeff Beck, Because We Ended as Lovers.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, Jeff Beck's already on my list as number 1. So what would I put at 14? Damn you, Royce. You're making me think. Oh, good Lord.
I know. I'm sorry about that, man.
This is probably. Ooh, boy, but then he should be higher. I'm thinking Texas Flood right around here, but maybe higher, and then slip a couple of my choice. See, I'm doing this on the fly. We're working off Royce's master list here. But something around there would be nice to hear. I want to hear some. At this point on the list, I want to hear some acrobatics. I want to see some speed. And that's kind of where I would be with that. And of course. A very wonderful solo you've chosen here with Jeff Beck. It's just I'd put Jeff Beck with another solo even much higher, the highest on my list. Right. So, good choice, Royce. But then it allows me to slip in Stevie Ray Vaughan that I've been kind of holding off as an ace up my sleeve.
Okay, well, I want to say one thing here. Erga Split and Loudenboomer, our good friend, just mentioned that I've only got 30 likes, 30 thumbs up so far, and he's asking
33, right? Just since he did that, it jumped to 33.
If anybody hasn't hit that like button, 50 is the first milestone that gets you spread to a wider audience, gets this show spread to a wider audience, and that would be really appreciated. So Erga Splitting, thanks so much for bringing that up, my brother.
Yep. And you know what? This discussion, I got to tell you, Royce, I think this discussion is one of the best the panel's had of late. And I maybe errantly, I've predicted a lot of my videos doing much better than they actually wound up doing. I go, this one's a home run, and it goes
right.
We all get those. But I would even suggest that over the course of the week, this is going to gain a good amount of views. And you guys could get that discussion started even earlier by giving us a thumbs up. That'll bump this up. We're at 37 right now, so a lot of you have responded. Thank you. But if we can get this up 13 more while we're still on, then that really bubbles things up, and it kicks it in to get hitting 100. which Royce and I, we've consistently got that 50 now for a while here on the show.
Right.
That we did that purposefully and everything. The show's starting to show. I would love you guys out there that are watching us to support this channel by giving us 100 thumbs up. I mean, Royce is hitting hundreds of views, even now we can say thousands of views on his up and coming. He is the best kept secret on YouTube. I've always said that. I've always believed in Royce. I believe in Harvey Dent, and I believe in Royce. Okay, so help us get
Michael,
there. We're at 39 now. Royce only 11 away.
Only
you guys 11. Are freaking super, man. Rock stars, each and every damn one of you.
We've had some real good shows lately, folks. I had last week's. I did a show on Black Sabbath, the second one week after another. The first one got, I don't know, like 1,550 views, and the second one got 2,000 and so many hundred views and about 96 likes or something like that. So I really want to thank everybody for supporting me, because that makes a huge difference as far as growing. I busted 2,000 subscribers last week. We're up to 206. If there's anybody out there watching, or if there's anybody out there that's going to be watching, after the live, because the videos are all available at all times for you to watch, please hit that subscribe button and go ahead and hit that notification bell. You get a one-time notification of new shows coming out. We won't drive you crazy. You'll get a one-time notification. So anyway, thank you for the likes, thank you for the subs, much appreciated, and especially thank you for the comments. Look at this: Stephen Fox, Mark Knopfler on Sultans of Swing. Right before that, Dr. Insomnia, Going Home. Now tell me you didn't love 10 years after. 10 years
Alvin
after
Lee
was amazing. And you know what? Tons of Alvin Lee. He's got tons of live albums out. Tons of them.
Are you placing him right here now?
No, I'm not.
On your list?
No, I'm just,
because I would place him right about here. Good place.
You know what? Good idea.
That's a good one.
And,
he is a speedster of rock too.
Oh,
and,
man,
at the time, he's one of the very few blonde rock stars out there, So many of the rock stars were, Tyndall rock stars, brunettes. But, you had Brian Jones and you had Alvin Lee, man,
That's right. That's exactly right. Yeah, Alvin Lee. He was amazing.
Yeah, he looked as different as his playing style was at the time.
I've got 3 or 4 of his albums. I think every single one of them is a live album.
Yeah,
so
great.
Anyway, okay, so that was let's see, we passed all that up. Kirk Hammett, Fade to Black. Okay, and then we also brought up Jeff Beck because we ended as lovers. So we kind of got through those. But what I have here next, and we'll see what you guys think about this, okay? Some people are a much bigger fan of this band than I was, but I have Brian May, Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah. Nice jam.
Okay. So that's
Brian May would be in right around here for me too, but it would be something off of Queen 2.
Okay. I've got
Side 2.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe March of the Black Queen. Yeah. Okay. March of the Black Queen, Brian May. But the same guitarist, different song.
Okay. That's cool. So Brian May was 15, and for numbers, 30 seconds of perfect melody. Not too much, not too little, just enough. Queen-style grandeur to sing you to sleep. Okay, that's what they say about that. Okay, now the next one. So Brian May at 15, Angus Young, Highway to Hell, number 16.
I'll go with Angus.
Okay, right on. Yeah.
I'd put Let There Be Light in before that.
I think that's a decent place on the list. You guys think so, or 16?
Yeah.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, you can't.
I'm thinking about it. I never think of Angus as like in my top favorite guitarist of all time. I love the band, but perhaps, I don't know. I hadn't really given him any thought.
Which song was that?
A curve. You're throwing a curve at me, Royce.
Yeah,
Which Angus Young song? Which did you have a song?
Yeah. No, totally. I had Highway to Hell.
Highway to Hell. Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, I know a couple of better AC/DC songs that I would nominate.
Yeah. There's some
bad ones. Which ones, Dan?
I can't think right now. I just had it in my head.
Well, that's the one.
I'll tell you. I get I know. I got another one that I really like, but I have personal reasons for it. I used to do a lot of surfing. I still have 7 or 8 boards, but I haven't been out now in a few years. I keep threatening, but I need to get in a little better shape first because I've had some near-death experiences. Let me tell you.
Browns are
but anyway, I'm reading Surfer Magazine, and these guys are telling a story. And there's a famous surf place in Australia called Bells, and just as they pulled up on the beach to see what the surf looked like, their mouths both dropped open. They said they'd never seen more perfect and bigger surf at Bells Beach. And just as they were having that thought and looking at each other almost shocked, Hell's Bells came on the radio. So
nice.
So Hell's Bells, I always think of about that one when I think of AC/DC.
Hey, Royce, before we get off AC/DC, could you make me big just for a second?
Absolutely, Michael.
Yeah. This is something I got to AC/DC.
Nice album.
It magically arrived in the mail through my good friend Royce. All right. And like I said, you threw me a curveball, but I've just been listening to them. I finally got to it, Royce. I was so into Black Sabbath. But look at this beautiful vinyl. Look at that warpage. Look at the warpage. It looks like they made a mistake. I love that fractured look on that.
Yeah,
this was a gift from Royce. And I'm very thankful, brother.
Well, you're quite welcome. I've tried to expand your mind a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No. This was an album and a couple of their earlier albums that I want to get. I also want to get Powerhouse. All right, you can make me small again, but this is what I'm talking about with the tribe and everything. There's such a giving nature and everything, and I appreciate. You for doing that, Royce. The
tribe is actually amazing.
Yep, absolutely.
Like I said, I'm going to come up with another name that goes below my name. You've got Michael Nolan, the bottom line. I'm going to have Royce in the House, the 4 Horsemen. And you know what? We may have a name for the folks that watch the show and participate too.
I thought, which horse would I represent? And I thought, Pale Rider. No. I think I'll be the fiery horse of death or of battle, war horse.
Well, I was thinking you might be my friend Flick or Mr. Ed.
Mr. Ed.
Nothing friendly, brother. Nothing quite that friendly. You're just shaming me.
Well, you can only do that kind of stuff to a true brother,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm an old war horse anyway. We'll go with war horse. You ever put up a panel of 4 horsemen? I'll just put that below my name.
Well, the last time I rode a horse, they were taken down to the beach by a gal that made 4 or 5 trips, brought 11 horses out there because they have corral for them out there at the beach in Hazard Canyon in Los Osos, by Morro Bay. And we all took turns taking, crossing the dunes over to the ocean and riding on the ocean. When I got back, like I said, I hadn't done this in a very long time. I was walking so bow-legged, it looked like I was sitting on a 50-gallon barrel or something. And everybody looked up, and one of them said, "Look at Royce," and everybody started laughing. Okay, so I guess we can move on now. We covered Brian May, Bohemian Rhapsody, Angus Young, Highway to Hell. Now, Dan, we're getting into number 17, Dimebag Darrell, Floods.
Yes, I agree with that one.
Okay, good. Yeah, no, I think it's emotional, it's epic, it's terrifying.
Yeah.
Dime's outro, solo is the sound of thunder rolling through a metal storm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was great. That was great. Okay. So after Dimebag Darrell at 17, we have at number 18. It'd be interesting to see what people think about this. We have Prince's Purple Rain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Dimebag Darrell floods, Prince's Purple Rain. One thing about Prince that I think he gets a lot of credit for, but I didn't know it initially, that he can play every instrument. A lot of times he'll record and he plays every single instrument.
Yep.
And how about that?
Oh, great. Yeah, great guitarist, great musician, great songwriter, great vocalist, and I wouldn't put him this high on the list, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Fabulous. I can't fault anybody for that, certainly.
No. Well, like I said, he is a major talent, and
God, he's one of my favorites. I collected all his stuff. Yeah,
I've got about 5 of his albums, at least 5. Well,
I haven't gotten any of his stuff on vinyl yet, but
I think I have 3 of his albums, Purple Rain, and 2 of them were on purple vinyl. I don't know what happened. It was a duplicate order or something. I actually had more than that, and I gave a couple away, a couple of years ago. I have, but anyway.
Actually, I think I do have Purple Rain on vinyl. I think it was one of those Walmart deals. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I picked it up. Yeah, I think I do have it actually. Now that I come to think of it.
Yeah. Okay, so all right. Any more comments on Dimebag Darrell at 17 and Prince at 18?
No.
Well, I don't really overly familiar with too much Pantera. I have their Cowboys from Hell album. I think my favorite song on there is Cemetery Gates. I like the solo in that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Okay. Cemetery Gates. Okay.
Great solo.
I just love.
But I agree with
Love
Michael.
the title.
In my top 25.
Okay.
Well, Just Bustin' doesn't get more emotive than Mag O'Brien, in my honest opinion. That's a cool comment. Dr. Insomnia, you better be talking Roy Orbison when you say Pretty Woman. Yeah, that's a great song. That is a great song. Okay, that one is killer, Royce. Kirk is stellar on that one. Okay, Kirk Hammett. Yeah, Fade to Black. Okay, Kiss Alive 2, Ace Frehley, Shock Me Solo. I have Kiss Alive 2. I gotta re-listen to that. I haven't listened to any of my Kiss in a long time. I was kind of late to the game.
Better you than me.
I was kind of late to the game with Kiss. Carlos Santana, Soul Sacrifice, absolutely epic. I absolutely love that song.
Yeah,
it blew me away at Woodstock. Just completely blew me away.
Yep.
Yeah.
Higher than a kite at Woodstock too.
Oh yeah. Jerry Garcia got off the plane, looked over and saw Carlos and the boys, and they go, "Hey, Carlos!" And Carlos goes over. He goes.
Although
hey,
somebody mentioned in the chat earlier, a song that could give Soul Sacrifice a run for its money was "Going Home" from Humble Pie.
Okay.
Or is it "Coming Home"? Is that the name of the? I think I just messed up the name of the song, but Humble Pie.
I'm not. I don't remember that song offhand.
Or no, Alvin Lee. Humble Pie is out.
Oh, Alvin Lee.
I'm mixing it up. Not Humble Pie. 10 years after.
10 years after. Yeah. No, Going Home is fantastic. He did that at Woodstock.
Yeah. That's what I mean. That could potentially be right up there with Soul Sacrifice from Woodstock.
Oh, I know. When I say he blew it out of the park.
It's just that with Soul Sacrifice at Woodstock, you could truly say that Carlos Santana was 8 miles high.
True enough.
Right. Yeah. They took some acid because Jerry Garcia told them, "Oh no, don't worry about it. You're going on after me, and I'm not going to be on for 5 hours or something." So they agreed. They agreed, and then they got into a room and sat down and just started frying on the acid. Knocked on the door, and somebody put their head in and goes, "Santana, you're up."
Yeah.
I love that.
And you can see it all over Carlos's face, man.
Yeah.
Every time it does the close up on his face, that man is gone. He has melted into his guitar.
Yep.
You know? right before our eyes. Amazing.
I hate when that happens.
Check out James
can
Watson
be a pain
here.
in the ass, Dan.
An instrumental song from Roy Buchanan called "Sunset Over Broadway" is my favorite song guitar playing of his for me. Okay, right on, James. Thanks for commenting. I'm running with you on that one, Caitlin.
And what about some of George Benson? Now, he's not really rock, but he's kind of been played on rock. You know what I'm saying? He's more jazz, but man, grinding speed.
He can play.
He can play. You know, does he belong on this list of top 25? He might make mine.
It's a good argument to be made.
Yeah. I think he'd make mine before B.B. King. Not to take away B.B. King's historicity, you know. I mean, he's significant. You have to discuss B.B. King, and boy, gotta feel. There's no doubt about it. But prowess, I probably, because he's got the feel too. George Benson, and I love it when he doubles up with his vocals and does singing exactly what his guitar is doing. Like, every note is chosen because he's certifying it with his voice. I love that approach. You know, no, I didn't make a mistake. You know, I love it.
Right. Okay, so Dimebag Darrell, Prince. Okay, we're gonna move on now here to number 19, and this is Randy Rhoads, Ozzy solo, Crazy Train. Technical brilliance, complex, yet melodic and structured. And
I put him in the top 25 right around now. Sounds about right. Sure, why not? We'll go with that.
Okay, sounds good. And for honorable mention, I also threw on Randy Rhoads' Mr. Crowley.
Yes, that would be mine.
Yeah.
Even over Crazy Train.
Maybe even over. Yeah, well, I agree with Chris.
There's other people that would do that too.
As far as proficiency and a different sound and all of that, I think Chris is spot on that one.
Oh yeah, totally. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead. Somebody else got a comment on either one of those guys?
I just put a comment in the chat. I just throw it out there because I've always enjoyed it, but wouldn't be in anybody's top list. But what would you think of the solo in "Don't Stop Believing"? Neil Schon on Journey's song "Don't Stop Believing." That's a pretty cool solo in there.
He's a great guitar player. That's
he's not in anybody's top 25 per se, but it's still a great solo to listen.
Yeah, no, it is a great solo. That's exactly right.
It is good. I'm not a Neil Schon fan. I'm not a Journey fan past their first couple albums, which I liked. I like where they came from. I like their DNA. I'm not a Stephen Perry fan at all. Anyway, my wife right now is telling me, shut your freaking mouth. He's one of my favorite vocalists. But
we saw him about
Neil
5
Schon
years
as a second guitarist for Santana, good idea. Lead guitarist of the world's most popular band, it seemed like at times, I hated those years. Journey, Don't Stop Believing, Lights Go Down in the City. We built this city on rock and roll by the Starship. Oh my God, what a desert of entertainment that was. I was riding in the horse with in the desert with a horse with no name for so long, Royce. During that time period, I hated that corporate rock sound.
Well, I was never a big fan of Journey. I think I have their greatest hits, but my wife loved Journey.
Me too.
And so 5 years ago, we went to see him. Not with Steve Perry, but the new guy, the Philippine guy. And, And I was used to the songs because my wife plays them, and I enjoyed it. It was good, but I didn't come home and buy up all their albums or anything. But they've got a lot of good songs. There's guitar players, excellent. They are a good band. It's just what do you like style wise? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's another band I don't recognize. Yeah, I didn't like Steve Perry, but their iconic band was with Steve Perry. They got themselves a Kelly Hansen, and that's not Journey anymore. So
Yeah. Well, you know what? We used to go up to you're probably really familiar with this, Michael, the Sacramento Delta. And it was an excellent place to go water skiing. With friends, we all had water ski boats and stuff. And the cool thing was there was these narrow sloughs, and once you passed through them and the wake hit the reeds, they laid flat. You could turn around and come right back through on flat water. It was crazy. But two of the guys I used to go a lot with, some crazy stories here, but I won't get into them right now. But they were the biggest Journey fans you ever saw in your life. And when they'd bring their music, you know, for the trip, and it would be like 90% Journey. I never see anything like it, you know. I'd bring the kind of stuff they were all listening to 20 years later, that I was listening to.
Yeah, I remember kind of the proto era of that era. It goes to the Starship as well. Yeah. But not the Starship, but Jefferson Starship. When Marty Balin started, and I love Marty Balin and I love Jefferson Starship ballads and all of that, don't get me wrong. But it was with Marty Balin that we started getting this almost corporate sound. It was like one Marty Balin hit after another. This was now the grown-up version of the Jefferson Airplane, and I kind of dug that incarnation. But then when they dropped the Jefferson and became corporate, I hated that sound. I hated every song by every artist that sounded like that. It was to me, you guys heard When the Lights Went Down, you know, and I heard Billy, don't be a hero, come back and make me your wife. You know, it sickened me. It's you know, that was the time in the 70s I couldn't stand. Tie a yellow freaking ribbon around your throat, Tony Orlando, because I heard you died at the crack of dawn. Yeah. Good Lord.
I like Al Val's comment. Jimmy Page, Dazed
Helen
and
Ready indeed.
Absolutely love Jimmy Page, Dazed and Confused.
Oh God, yeah. You see, it's like what Jimmy Page solos are we not covering tonight?
10 years gone.
Hey Jeffrey, when you say already hit, Royce, you're talking already hit 50 likes? Is that what you're talking about?
I see we're 7 away on mine.
Yeah, I see 43.
Okay.
We're 7 away, brother. 7 away, man. We've come so far.
Come on.
Yeah, everybody hit that like button. Hit that like button.
Or any thumbs up would be appreciated.
Keep the channel growing, friends. Yeah. Keep the channel growing. We appreciate that.
Get in there and help us kick ass, Bunks.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Because that's our intention.
I'm going to be really curious to see what the comments are on number 20. Okay.
Let's hear it.
Number 20, I have Nancy Wilson of Heart, Crazy on You.
Absolutely. That was my roundup.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Yep. I had it.
I don't know. She's pretty good for a girl.
Oh, please.
Well, are you saying I had to throw a girl in? Yeah, no.
She's fantastic. She's fantastic. She belongs on the list. I don't know if she belongs on the list this high. I think their original lead guitarist, the original incarnation we all fell in love with, should be on it. Maybe. What do you guys think? She's the name, really but know. Is she the main lead guitar talent of that group, you know, that we all fell in love with? She acoustic guitar, she's absolutely fantastic. Yeah, she does some great stuff on but a lot of the soloing and stuff came from other band members, didn't it, for the most part? Yeah. So rather than Nancy Wilson, you know, being the PC, that's why I joked, oh, she's all right for a girl. I'd put Nita. If you're gonna have to have a woman up here, let's put Nita up there, from Alice Cooper.
Nita Strauss.
Yeah. Because she's clearly 10 times better than Nancy Wilson is. She's twice as good as most guy guitarists are.
Yeah.
You know, she's that freaking talented. Let's put her in right now. That's just off the top of my head. No disrespect to Wilson whatsoever. Fine, great guitarist, and what they put together, at least in their original incarnation, is truly epic in rock and roll. So no disservice to her, but maybe wrong list. I don't know, but I want Nita in this list right now. You know.
Well, I want to comment to Stephen Fox. You like this, Michael? I love Robin Trower's solo on Bridge of Sighs.
Yep.
Yes.
That was going to be my next. Yes, absolutely. One of my favorite guitarists and an excellent example. I was kind of still searching my mind. Is there something better than Bridge of Sighs? And there is a couple that you could kind of make an argument for. But he deserves on this list too. An absolute rock god of a guitarist. Absolutely.
Jersey Devil brought up Back in Black should be on the list. Well, I had Highway to Hell, but I did have, and I didn't call it out. I did have honorable mention for Back in Black too.
Yeah.
I was just trying to give. I didn't want to have, like I said, you could have had maybe Led Zeppelin in 3 or 4 spots, and you know what I'm saying. And I was just trying to expand the list by just giving each one place in the list, you know. Okay, so rock.
It's kind of like if you did the best songs in rock, you know, the top 25 songs in rock, you know,
right.
You know, well, the first 15 are going to be Beatles songs. You know?
Well, you know, with Robin Trower, you know, I know several other groups from that time with the same type of style that could be listed on there too. That are well known. Like Eric Johnson, Cliffs of Dover. I mean, what's another one?
That's right. Cliffs of Dover. Right.
Joe Satriani. I mean, he's got several of them.
Yeah. I had the CD Surfing with an Alien.
Yeah, that's
that's the only one I had too. Yeah, by Satriani, but I did have that one.
But he's been playing, Van Halen's parts on the tour with Hagar. And not only that, when Alex Van Halen was trying to recruit the same tour, he also was tapping Satriani, Satch, they call him. So that 2 people both wanted Satriani to do the Van Halen parts.
Wow.
So that's got to speak volumes to how he's, he's
a techno wizard. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
A lot of his sound came from the Van Halen push, though, I think. So he becomes kind of secondary to me. He's a rock god. Like I said, I had Alien, and it was a great album. I was all hot and bothered for him for a while, and then I realized, I've explained this before. I'm not a big, metal tapper kind of guy. A lot of it becomes almost mechanical in its approach. They do a lot of mode playing rather than melodic playing. And so you get a lot of and prowess. And that's my biggest criticism of that approach to guitar. For me, other people just go, no, I want to hear that 24/7, That to me is true guitar prowess. And it is. But it doesn't bring my chimes. It just doesn't have enough. Like Royce and I have said many times, if you haven't got a touch of blues, you start to lose. Me and I start to snooze.
Well, yeah. I mean,
there you go.
The blues had a baby, and they called it rock and roll.
Amen to that, brother. Amen. Everybody, we deserve 42 thumbs up just for that last Royce statement. Right there. That was the statement of the night.
Right. Well, Chris Elliott, our friend Chris Elliott, has a cool statement up here. Jeff Healey's Led Zeppelin cover of Communication Breakdown has one of the best solos. Also, Angel Eyes is awesome. Okay, thanks for throwing that down there, Chris. Appreciate it. Yeah, Jeff Healey.
Jeff Healey was a monster. Yeah, he was great.
Yeah, right.
Good, big fan of him. Yep.
Another
great Roadhouse guitarist. Not just because he was in the film, but he was.
In the film.
That was his sound, and what an approach to playing guitar, man! Freaking That'll blow your freaking mind.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep.
Well, with the illness he had, the doctors predicted he wouldn't live past his 3rd birthday. He ended up being 41 when he passed away. So,
Yeah.
and he was a master at guitar. He could play trumpet. He could play bass. He could play everything.
He's great.
What illness did he have, Chris?
I honestly don't know. It was some kind
I
of.
don't remember what got him. I just
childhood cancer or something like that.
Really? Oh, wow.
Yeah, he had a bunch of surgeries and everything, and
I just remember feeling, God damn, he's young.
Yeah.
Didn't he die in his 40s? His early 40s?
41.
41. Yeah.
That's way too young.
You know, I thought I was really getting up there when I turned 40, Chris, and I'll tell you what. The second I got up there, I didn't realize, now looking back 30 years later, how freaking young you are at 40 years old. Man, you're just beginning at 40.
Yeah.
You know, especially if you're a male. You know, if you're a male and you've gotten through the tough years, you now kind of got a clear picture of how your universe is going to be ran. And you're so young. You've got your first bits of male wisdom coming about at 40, and with some treads behind it, you know, some tracks to prove your statements. You know, I remember, you get that, right? But you're still so freaking young, right, Nick? I mean, you're just a baby at 40. My
you
God.
You just don't understand until you understand.
Right, and I thought I was all old and decrepit at 40.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I was starting, matter of fact, I was 45, starting up, playing in a band that I would play in for the next, well, both versions of it, for the next, 12 years. I had no idea I was getting back into music. 40, I thought it was over, and then all of a sudden, by the time I was 45, I was back into music, back to creating, with the energy of somebody 16. To this day, in my 70s, most days I have the energy of a guy in his 20s. You know,
right. It's like, funny how when we're 18, we know everything.
Yeah. Oh, trust me, I have a 25-year-old daughter who knows that. She knows everything. You know,
hey guys,
she cuts her teeth on me all the time, brother. Yeah, but smart gal. I'm so proud of her. She's wonderful.
Well, I want to comment on Angela's comment here, because this has been a big thing in the news.
Hi, Angela.
Continued prayers for the flood victims in the Texas Hill Country.
Absolutely.
There are still over 100 people missing, and what a sad thing to hear about that. You know, camp full of young girls getting wiped out right away, and rain this weekend impacted the search efforts.
More rain coming.
Thanks for bringing that. You know what? I don't do this very often. I think I've done it. This may be the second time. Well, we're going to give a few seconds of silence for all the victims there. Okay. Thanks, Angela. Yeah, I've been feeling that real strong. It's been so big in the news. And
you know, when I was a kid, I used to go to summer camp down there, same area, a little camp called Pot of Gold, and I used to go there when I was probably about 9-10 years old.
Hey, I want to speak to Al Vall's comment here, Jimmy on Watchtower. That was my number 2 on my list, was Jimmy,
and quite high on all of our lists. I think it was number 4 for me.
Jimi Hendrix on Watchtower, Al. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, no, that. Sorry, Dan, you were saying something about the flood.
Oh yeah, when I was a kid, about 7, 8, 9 years old, I used to go to a summer camp, and right there where that flood was, there's a little camp called Pot of Gold Summer Camp.
No.
Yeah, the sad thing about it now is that those 100 missing, they're pretty much saying that a lot of people were just absolutely buried in debris. And it's a matter of body recovery at this point. A really big tragedy they're suffering. I can't even imagine what they're going through.
We've had that happen locally before. You know, some woman. We've got the Salinas River that runs through here and goes up to the farmers in Salinas, and fills up 2 lakes for us, Nacimiento and the other one. Can't think of the other one's name. It was one that we didn't go to very often. But anyway, there was somebody trying to cross the Salinas. And they had a child in the car. and the car got swept away, and they never found the child in the mud or anything.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and the sad thing about this one, Royce, is that this was a flash flood of epic proportions. How fast it grew, nobody had time to get out.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Well,
it's just a horrible tragedy.
Flood.
Yeah. You know, how do you? I mean, I'm a building contractor, and sometimes we're building to the 50-year flood standards, and then other times the ultimate would be building to the 100-year flood standards. You know.
Right.
Yeah.
And you're calling this one a 1,000-year flood.
That's what I heard, and they're supposed to be getting a lot of rain again right now.
Yeah, we've been.
Yeah, that's what Angela said. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in North Texas. We've been getting kind of the outflow from all that, and so we had a lot of rain here. But there's still they got flood warnings down that area.
Yeah, I'm just east of you, and I get it.
Oh, okay.
So this
Well,
is
I'm
close
sorry,
to home.
folks.
We had people here go over and volunteer and assist, and some of them were camp leaders. So
okay.
we had a direct connection as well. Louisiana's not that far.
Is that where you're at, Nick?
Yes.
Okay.
Right in the middle of the state.
Yeah.
Wow, guys, look at this comment from James Watson. Australia's surf is deadly. In the late 60s, the Australian Prime Minister went swimming in the ocean. They never found his body.
Yeah.
I never heard that before. Okay.
Oh, well, if you're talking surf, I mean, Australia's got some of the most unwritable waves on the planet, you know.
Yeah, I've been surfing in Australia.
Wow.
I really love Noosa Heads. You know, Noosa Heads was just a great little town. I mean, and all those water sports are just so big over there. You know, you go out on the beach and there's a caution surfing instruction area and surfboard rentals, and that was at Noosa Heads.
Well, you think a whole continent surrounded by beach?
Yeah.
You know,
right?
you're gonna have some surfing, brother.
Yeah, no, that was the biggest reason why we went. You know, but we did enjoy ourselves. We didn't really even plan the trip. We were going to go right before 9/11 hit, and we kind of rearranged everything. Decided not to go to Indonesia and things like that. And so we waited about a month after 9/11, and we
coward.
Yeah. Well, it was really weird back then, and you know what the thing?
Oh God, I didn't leave my house quite responsibly early on, but I'm an old curmudgeon.
Home,
you know.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. We catch a slack. Barracuda. Okay, the fish.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we flew over there and had to stay over one night in Fiji. And anyway, we had a good time. I always say that if I wasn't living in the United States, that's one country. If I was going to another country, that I would definitely consider, because I enjoyed the people. Talk about super friendly people. You know, whenever anybody heard my voice and knew I was an American, the guys would go, "Hey, we're with you, brother. Let's go get them. Let's go get them." You know, I mean, the Middle East, right? Let's go get them. And I heard that. I must have heard that 50 times when I was there. Let's go get them. We got your back. Let's go. You know. It was really kind of heartwarming to hear that.
Well, they're about the only country that comes close to being about as cowboy as Americans. You know.
Yeah.
So
that's a great way of putting that.
And that's a compliment, by the way.
Mine is the firearms now.
Yeah. Yep.
I like a little bit of cowboy. Always have.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They banned guns over there some time ago. 41 likes, folks. 9 more. 9 more.
Speaking
Everybody
of
must
little
be
cowboy.
Yeah.
Oh no, we're at 43. My count, so 7 more.
Yeah, Joseph Blue just brought up a good thing later in the chat than what you're at. You mentioned Bonnie Raitt. You want to talk about great guitar players who don't get anywhere near the respect they deserve.
She's good. Yeah,
That's an excellent point.
I can't think of
she'd
any
be in
of her
my top
particular
30,
songs right
maybe.
now.
Yeah.
She's amazing.
Yeah, she is. She's good.
Yeah, she is. I was a fan. I had some of her. I don't have any of her music right now, but I've had some of her music.
She's one of those artists that both Kimberly and I love together. Kimberly loves her about as much as me.
Yeah.
I like her guitar playing more, and Kimberly likes her voice more. She's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Right on.
Sorry, Chris. I didn't know you were starting to talk.
Oh, it's all right.
Fleetwood Mac started as a blues band. So many of our great rock bands started as blues bands.
Yep.
And a lot of them, there was always still some overtones of blues in a lot of their songs, even when they maybe evolved and didn't play straight blues anymore.
Well, one of Santana's biggest hits was a cover of Fleetwood Mac's. What is it? Come on now, you guys know it. Black Magic Woman.
Oh, okay.
I was trying to give you guys a chance before you said it.
Right.
Black Magic Woman isn't a Santana's. Well, it is a Santana, but it's a cover of Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah, and they're both done so differently and so beautifully.
Yep.
It's the interpretation by each of them is just awesome.
Yeah, Peter Green wrote that song.
Yep.
Okay, let's go to song number 21 here. And it's Mark Knopfler doing the solo on Sultans of Swing.
Yeah.
No pick, no flash. And I love I see him on YouTube TV all the time. Just plays with his fingers, and it's just amazing to watch him play. This is the sound of confidence, style, and groove blended into finger-picked magic.
Yeah, I'd put him right here too. Quite deserving. It's time we got a guitar solo that has a limited amount of distortion, limited amount of special effects, and getting down to each note crystally being played before you. Yeah. This is a good spot to put it, Royce. I agree.
Good stuff.
I've been liking his playing more and more and more. I mean,
me too. I've always
liked Dire Straits music anyway, but not.
Yeah, me too. The second for me, it was Sultan of Swing. I'd never heard of him before the big hit. Went out immediately, bought the album, then immediately bought the next album, immediately bought the next album. Matter of fact, Brothers in Arms was one of three. I bought myself a CD player finally, and I bought 3 albums. One was Whitney Houston's first album. I loved her then. I bought Paul McCartney's Tug of War because it was recorded digitally, and I thought I wanted to hear it digitally. And Brothers in Arms because it was recorded digitally. And when I heard it on a CD at a fellow salesman's house at a lunch break, he showed it. Here's my new CD player, man. And then he goes, "Yeah, this is Brothers in Arms. The guys did sell the swing." And then I heard it. I couldn't believe the sounds that I heard off of that album. That's their masterpiece. By the way,
you ought to hear that. You should hear that album done in Atmos.
Oh,
it's
God,
incredible.
You make me salivate, Nick. Because it already sounds so freaking good on CD.
It is stupid. I'm telling you.
It's
just incredible. Yeah.
What a masterpiece, right?
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah.
The whole album. It's just got a sound that no other album, not even them. It sounds like Dire Straits. It is Dire Straits.
Yeah.
But it has a sound. It's kind of like Roxy Music and Avalon. There's a sound on Avalon that the rest of Roxy Music doesn't quite achieve. It is their grand piece of music. And in the case of Dire Straits, Brothers in Arms is the same thing. It would go down as what I would consider. I have this mythical list of perfect albums: Abbey Road, Dark Side of the Moon, Led Zeppelin 4, and hell, why not this one?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hey, Just Bustin', thanks for your comment. Appreciate it. Okay, so I'm going to scroll down. Now, we're not done yet here, folks. That was Mark Knopfler at 21. At
Yep.
20,
I guess the whole panel exploded in an agreement with you, Royce.
Oh, absolutely.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay, good, good. Yeah, every once in a while, you know. Okay, item number 22, or 22 on the list, I should say, is Gary Moore Still Got the Blues. Okay, every note sounds like it's begging for mercy. Now that's soulful there. Moore gives us
Yeah.
tone, taste, and the purest, purest rock emotion. What do you guys think about Gary Moore here at 22?
I would put probably should have put this guy on the list sooner. Richie Blackmore, live, made in Japan. I just bought that album on vinyl. My God, what a blazing solo! I'd give it to him just to get him on the list.
Well,
at this point.
you know what? If this list was 30 long, I would have had Santana, the Rolling Stones, Richie Blackmore, and some other people on it.
I just drew a blank on Richie all night. I'd actually probably firmly place him at about number 8 or 9, and then just adjust my list accordingly.
Yeah. Okay. So that's Gary Moore, Still Got the Blues. Okay, now this guy deserves to be on the list. I don't care what anybody says. I didn't put him up high, even though he's like, kind of a founding father. But at 23, I have Chuck Berry playing Johnny B. Good.
Oh,
Yes.
Awesome stuff.
Awesome, for sure.
What number?
Yeah.
23.
For tonight's purpose, I would agree with that at number 25. Just for the duck walk alone. That's that sound
Yeah,
you
the
hear.
duck walk.
Bwant, dit, bwant, dit, bwant, dit, bwant. He invented that lick, and every guitarist on the planet knows it, and they know where it came from. It came from Chuck Berry, baby. Number 25 for me, though. Yeah.
Okay. All right. We're going to move on to 24, and what I have here is
24.
And he he did the solo. It was soulful, simple, soulful, and just showing that you can say as much with feel as with effects. Okay, Like a Stone by Tom Morello. Tom Morello solo on Like a Stone.
I don't know him, so
Not one of my favorite guys in there, and I'm just trying to search, going back to a more classic rock kind of thing, and who we haven't covered, and I put them wherever that is. Let's see, we've covered. How about? But there's no solo involved with him. I'm just trying. How about Steve Howe for his work just on Close to the Edge, or better yet, Siberian Cantor at this point.
Sure. Why not?
Let
me throw the last one out because I'm sure it's going to be controversial, and then we'll just sit here and have a conversation, and throw some of the people out that maybe should have been on the list or would be on the next list I made. And what I have here is number 25 is Wanted Dead or Alive solo by Richie Sambora.
yes.
Iconic emotional depth and a great example of his expressive playing style. One of the most recognizable tones of the 80s.
It's good.
Does anybody think Richie Sambora belonged on the list? I got him as 25.
Not 25, top 25, but it's good. It's good.
Yeah, it was a good song.
Well, is this like a top 25 list of guitar players or solos?
Solos.
Guitar players, but solos, what a great one. That or Bad Medicine, the solo on that one too.
Okay. Oh, that maybe even better. Yeah.
So you know what, guys? That's 25, but we all know there are hundreds more. Okay.
Oh yeah.
If I make another list next week, it'd be entirely different.
Or just change the parameters. Well, imagine the top 25 list if you gave every buddy up to 3 choices. Ooh, who would have been chopped off tonight's list?
Right. So, so as long as there are guitarists with something to say, there'll be solos that cut through the noise, solos that raise goosebumps, solos that remind you that music isn't just meant to be heard, it's meant to be felt. Music is meant to be felt, not just heard. So anyway, guys, let's go around. Michael, who would you have added to the list and drop somebody?
I think that you got to go through the list of like my favorite bands, and there were several that weren't listed tonight. But then you got into several more simplistic riffs. If I were to include that for emotive effect, I might even include a couple of things that John Fogerty's done.
Oh yeah, I'm a big John
It just
Fogerty
depends.
fan, yeah.
I just wasn't feeling it tonight.
Yeah,
But I got to
yeah.
tell you. So I'll just let that be my final comment. I want to hear from the panel round this out. But I do want to tell you something, Royce. I enjoyed this format a whole lot better, rather than the taking of turns and just kind of having an open dialogue. I had a kick-ass time tonight. We have our blurbs where we run into each other a little bit that way, and that's unfortunate. But
Well,
and especially with my mouth, that happens more often than not. But I think you get a freer form of discussion. You encourage. Look at your freaking comments tonight, Royce. You've broken records on the amount of comments you've gotten. There is no doubt you had your audience grappled in, and that's because there was an honest discussion about what's going on. It was an open discussion. You had a couple of comments. You kind of set us off, and then you set us off. You let us. Well, let us unleashed, and I had a ball. It was fun.
We had. Thank you. We had a similar conversation last week, and we did the same thing last week. And I'm liking the changed format too. So
yeah.
We'll just keep having more of a discussion. I mean, we got to have a topic and stuff, and maybe a little setup there. But after that, I just like the whole discussion idea.
I think
the faster we get into discussion, I think it's better for the stream. You know that I feel that. I've told you that first. Because if you wait too long, you have too long of an intro, you're going to lose a lot of initial interest people that aren't even going to be precluded. They might give you a chance. Those first 5 minutes, you get in, you announce it, and then you get going, baby. I'm learning that on my channel. My streams do much better when I just get right down and dirty. And then if I have too much channel business to conduct, that's when I start losing viewers. And I'm bound to determine. I do this for the viewers. I know you do. And we want to grab you guys as fast as possible. What do you guys think? Am I wrong? What do you guys think about the format tonight? Let Royce know in the comments. He can take a screenshot of those comments. And if you disagree, let me know. Let me know. It's up to the discussion, really.
I think the flow of discussion, the way it's being presented now, allows us to show more of our passion and spontaneous ideas and discussion before it's lost. The flow of the ideas and what's presented, it peaks and valleys, and once it goes on too long discussion, and then your discussion, which you're wanting to add to it, loses its energy. I think this way the energy is still kept up here versus having severe dips in it.
And I think we also stayed on point better tonight, Nick, than we've done even the last week. I think we stayed quite on point. We dallied very little. We dealt with the list, and it took us a long time, so we put our blood, sweat, and tears into it. And now you know what the panel really feels in the moment. That's the kind of stream I just love. Plain and simple.
Well, you know what? That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing now. Yeah.
By gum.
And you know what? What was I going to say here? These people are bringing up, our chatters are bringing up so much great stuff here. And
somebody I think that should have been that would have been on my list. I'm not sure he was even mentioned tonight. Is Alex Lifeson from Rush?
Yes.
Oh, he was mentioned a couple of times. Yeah, there was a couple of excellent examples of his work.
Yeah, because he's got so much. I mean,
yeah, good point, Dan. He was mentioned. I did see a couple of comments for him.
You know what? I got to admit, he was on my list earlier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. See, Rush is one of those bands that get on my list, and then I have to drop them because I'm going down this road quite often. But that doesn't take away from the fact they're one of the greatest bands in rock.
Yeah. Well,
I think that's a perfect place for when you have to lose them. That's a perfect place for honorable mentions. This is this, and I had to bump that because of this, and here's the honorable mention. Let's not forget about them. I think that's the perfect use of that.
Well, I've always been a big Rolling Stones fan. I didn't have any Rolling Stones songs on here, although I don't know that they're all that heavy, solo heavy. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
Keith Richards is more of a rhythm guitarist, and you've got Ron Wood, but you don't hear a lot of intense solos there. And this was a show on solos.
See, that's one of the things that's one of the things that with Pantera, Dimebag insisted on a guitar solo in every song.
Right.
Well, except for some of the cover bands, like I've covered songs like Planet Caravan, but other than that, their original songs, he always had a solo in every one.
Right. And I like that style,
Oh, sure. Well, and I expected that just being a Beatles fan. For the most part, you got a guitar solo or you got a piano solo played by one of the Beatles, but you got a solo. You kind of, and I was raised a Beatle fan, and you kind of, that's kind of part of the rock package is the solo.
It is. Yeah. You think of how they've evolved since the early Beatles.
After all, one is even kind of encouraged to say, I request Planet Caravan with a drum solo.
Angela, where are you going? I'm leaving. Can't take it anymore tonight.
I've disgusted her tonight.
I didn't know that. I must have missed out. Okay, Jefferson Starship, Miracles, beat out Born to Run for the single of the year. Oh, that's interesting, James.
Who did? What beat out Born to Run?
It's Jefferson Starship, Miracles.
I choose that. I would choose that over Born to Run. Yeah. Sure, I would.
James has been on fire tonight with comments. Nita Rock in my top 5 guitarists. Yeah, I've seen Nita. I've seen Nita live with Alice Cooper.
Yeah.
And Ryan Roxy on the left side of the stage, and Nita Strauss on the right side of the stage. And Alice Cooper would go back and forth and just prod him, give it more. I mean, it was fun to watch.
Joseph.
Well, she's not only technically good, and she's not my kind of good-looking girl, but I can see the attraction. So I know she's attractive, but it's the way she physically presents and acrobatically performs those licks that kind of puts her up on another level for me. The live guitarist,
Alice is on everybody to give their best possible performance.
Yeah.
When you go see him live.
I am so jonesing for Revenge to come out. It's ordered. They still haven't shipped it, man. They're gonna make me wait till the 25th. Oh God, I hate that. I just wanted to whine a little, folks. That's all.
So that's Alice's with his original band. You're waiting on that, huh?
Yeah. Revenge, man. It's ordered up, and I keep a track on it daily now. I'm hoping. Wouldn't it be nice? I've heard the first 2 tracks. I love them.
Yeah, I love them. Pre-order?
Yeah, no, I heard them too. They were all over.
I've heard some content creators kind of cut it down. Well, it's kind of just more of Alice. Only he's got his original band. It's kind of the same. It's not like the old bull fucking shit. All right. First of all. His vocal approach with the Alice Cooper band was always more nasally than he does in his solo career, and he gets in those voices so delightfully. Man, I can't wait for this album. 2 pre-releases so far, both of them knocked it out of the park for me. I'm hoping, and I'm a jonesing for this.
Royce, you got a super chat.
I do.
Yes, you do,
Yes,
Joseph
indeed.
Blue.
Joseph Blue.
It must be way down here at the bottom somewhere.
Yeah.
Midnight Ramble,
Well,
he says.
I didn't realize I was hours behind on the chat. I've been sitting there
Yes.
trying to go
Oh
through
yeah,
it.
you're never going to
I
get
told
You're
you
reviewing
had the
last
chat
week's.
on. This
I
chat's on
found it.
fire,
I
puppy.
found it. Joseph
Hey.
Blue. I love you, brother. Thank you. Thank you
And
so
he even
much,
gives
man.
you a nomination for a Rolling Stone number, Midnight Rambler.
No, wait, I got to see that.
Which makes me
Oh,
think
Midnight
of
Rambler.
another
Yeah,
Zeppelin song.
I love that song. That's on Get Your Yayas Out, the live album. I have that.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
not on
gotta
this
be
show,
kidding.
okay? Leave them right where they're at.
So how deep do we want to go for the solos? Because one just popped in my head from The Firm is Jimmy Page's solo on Midnight Moonlight.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You know, something
No,
like
sorry,
that.
He's already on the list.
One more shout out, Joseph.
by the
Thanks
river.
so much, brother. I appreciate.
Let's see. So
the
we
super
have
chat.
1 through 8 is Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, we'll put that one in and we'll take
the
Stairway
other Zeppelin
off.
out. This has been a lot of fun tonight.
Well, Michael, what about Don't Leave Me This Way from Coverdale Page?
Oh, yeah.
I did pick that up on your recommendation, Chris.
Damn good solo. Yeah, I could dig on that, Chris.
Yep, got it right here.
That's quite an honorable mention. I love that whole album, by the way. I think it's a masterpiece.
It's a yield sign.
You know what, Nick? For years, I think I even referred the album to be called Yield on one of my early videos. I had forgotten it was called Coverdale and Page. I played the shit out of that album. And then I started my channel and I called it errantly. I titled it Yield.
Yeah, I love it.
I thought the damn album was called Yield. I mean, what else could it be called? You know,
right?
But it's not even a yield sign; it's a merge sign. You guys,
it's a merge sign.
Yeah,
but somehow,
sign, that's right.
But I know, Chris, and that's the weird part. Somehow, my brain and Nick's brain both came up with Yield.
That's scary. Our brains did that, right?
Well, maybe it's because we thought he was yielding to the inevitability that he would have to work with a clone of Robert Plant.
Yeah.
You know, maybe it's something like that.
Brother
I see that because I don't see merge, I see yield.
That's what I saw.
Well, you know, Al Val is saying that Paul McCartney's guitar solo on Taxman is great. And I want to add Paul McCartney, the Beatles' second best guitar player.
And you know what? That damn choice maybe should have been on the list tonight. That is one kick-ass solo. Yeah. I hadn't thought of the Beatles when it came to this one, other than While My Guitar Gently Weeps, and that's Eric Clapton.
Right.
But Paul McCartney, man, do you know how many hours George tried to get that solo right? I mean, they were the rest of the Beatles and George Martin, along with Jeff Emmerich, were pulling their freaking hair out. And George Martin finally just went over to George and says, you know, I think we're going to let Paul have a bit of it. And Paul nailed it within a take or two. And playing it, you got to understand, it's played forwards. So that you can get that backwards sound. So he was thinking backwards and doing it and delivering it. Taxman should have been on the list tonight when I think about it on those terms. It certainly should have.
Okay. Well,
and it's by another guitarist. So we could get away with While My Guitar Gently Weeps and Taxman. I'm not a Beatles fan or anything like that, folks.
No. And surely not opinionated.
Oh, no. No, I search for the answer from among you wise men.
There you go. Well, you're in deep trouble.
Good luck on that one.
Well, folks, I think we're going to close her down now.
Oh, sure, Royce. Right when we're having too much fun.
Right.
Going on 2 hours could be one of the reasons.
Yeah. You do kind of, you get up here, folks, and you do kind of feel like you're tapping da 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 da. You know, there at the end, and you're getting kind of tired. You know, it takes a lot of energy. Everybody should know this. We are 5 away from getting a bump up on this. Please give Royce a thumbs up.
Yeah,
we could do it right here, right now. Okay, that'll give us a bigger audience. And that many more people can have as much fun as you folks had tonight.
One more impassioned plea. If there's anybody that's watching now or will be watching later after the show, please subscribe to the channel. Help us keep growing. We've had some good growth the last couple of weeks, and we just want to keep her going. So subscribe, hit the thumbs up button. Thanks, guys. I want to thank
congrats to you, Royce, for hitting 2K, doubling that 1,000 in less than 1/3 of the time it took you to get to the initial 1,000. Monstrous
thank you, Michael.
achievement, my man. Great achievement.
I need a big favor from everybody.
Okay.
Before we go, need a big favor from everybody on screen, everybody in the gallery. Within the next 10 minutes, reach out to someone that's not here and ask them for a thumbs up.
There you go.
They can view it later, but let's get that thumbs up now, please.
Yep. It's called sharing this video, too, is another way to get us a bunch of thumbs up. Just send that share, send it to somebody you love, and tell them, oh, man, you won't believe what's going on over there. Those guys are great.
Thank you.
Well, at least that's our story, and we're sticking with it.
Yeah. Hey, there's another story on the screen right now, and it's our good friend Brandon Oberheim from Australia.
Hey, Brandon, good day to you, sir.
He's asking us to keep it going for another 30 minutes.
Brandon is a glutton for punishment.
Obviously.
Love Brandon.
Great
Love
show
Brandon.
tonight, Royce. Thank you, Winslow Red Cross. I appreciate it.
Thank you,
Stephen Fox. Everyone, take care. Thank you, Stephen. Rock and Robin Bird. Good night, everyone. Fun stream. Thank you.
Night, Rockin'.
Red Cross. Thanks, chat.
Good to hear from you, Winslow.
Somnia. Royce. Gonna silence everyone's voice. We have no choice. Royce, don't do it. Royce. Well, I haven't done it yet. Stephen Fox, God bless us. Dr.
Each
Rick,
and every one.
Good night, Chris. Jersey Devil, my buddy Jersey Devil, great show. Thank you, Jersey
Always
Devil.
good to see Jersey, Ed.
Yeah, oh yeah. Okay, Oberheim, it helps keep company while I'm at work. Thanks, Michael.
Oh, gee, thanks. Love you too.
Yeah, well, it's what is it in the middle of the day of tomorrow over there, Brandon?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah.
Oh no, I can tell you right now. Let me just look this bit of information up right now. If he's on the east coast of Australia, it's 1:30 in the afternoon tomorrow, I believe.
Wow.
Isn't it? Yeah. So Brandon, is a fine example of how time keeps on slipping into
the future.
Yeah. Amen, brother. Sing it loud. Sing it proud.
Loud and proud. That's how we roll, loud and proud.
That's for you, Brandon. We're doing this for you, brother. We know you're hard at work.
And we appreciate all your support, even while
you're working. You
in chat. Thank you, Winslow.
He's a good guy.
Oh, yeah.
He's wonderful.
He's great.
Big fan of. I'm a big fan of so many of these fine people you've mentioned here. Just to point out, but we were busy, John, about Brandon. He's such a wonderful supporter of both Royce and I. He's very tribal, I love him. And so many of these people, Al Val, Doc Insomnia, James Watson. I am Hop Frog. Missed you on the panel, brother. You good?
Brian Bingham.
Let's see, James Watson, Caitlin, the divine Caitlin. Love y'all. Sid, I haven't seen Sid before. Have you been over to my channel, Sid? If not, get on over there. You don't know what you're missing.
Absolutely.
Right? Oh, look at all these guys. Royce, I think you've set a record. You'll get a report after this, won't you? On how many comments and stuff. I usually do.
Yeah. No,
okay. Take a look at how many comments you've gotten. I think you're going to be quite surprised because this this peanut gallery had a lot to freaking say tonight.
Oh,
amazing.
I couldn't find the bottom of the chat, and I wasn't like dragging my feet because we had a lot of people talking, so I was able to get scrolled through.
Ear splitting, gear jam.
Yep.
13th floor elevators. Yeah.
Jeffrey Flint.
Good night,
all
everyone.
These people.
Good night, Piccolina. Thanks for being here. My dear friend Paul from Colombia. Thank you so much for being here.
Yes, Paul. Absolutely.
And, all your support for the show is just absolutely amazing. You're
James Watson.
You're really appreciated.
Yeah.
Caitlin, love you too.
Yeah, the divine Caitlin knows how I feel about her. I love her to death. She knows it. I give her a lot of hard time on her stream because Royce and I try to get over there as often as we can and participate because she's another tribal member that deserves a whole lot more subscribers than she's getting, and she works her ass off on doing it. And she's just plain folks, and that's my kind of people. I just love her to death.
Caitlin's magical corner, and she really does prepare well for her shows.
Oh, yes.
She always has great topics lined up.
And James does a fine job over there, too. A shout out to James.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Yeah, he does a fine job. As a matter of fact, one of our people, Tim Henry, I don't know if he's out there tonight on yours, but he was in mine. He actually showed up.
He was earlier, yes.
Yeah, he showed up on James's own personal stream today. So I finally got a face to him. I told everybody, and Royce can concur with this. Both of us get a mental image of what some of you folks look like, even though we don't have a clue. But we get to, and then we put that mental image, we put a face to it, and then we get to know you with this fictional face by the attitudes and what you have to say. Oh, he's a thought, or she's a thoughtful person, or he's an insightful person, and we get to know you. We put our heart and soul into our channels, folks. These fine people that have shared the panel put a lot of heart and soul into presenting what you saw tonight. And guess what? You can expect even greater things in the future. You guys are all rockers. You need to support Caitlin, though, too.
Yeah.
Michael, I'm glad you're saying that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, absolutely. Mean it from the bottom of my heart, too.
Oh, I know
this happened by accident.
Yeah, and I do, too. And I give her a lot of shout outs as well. Caitlin's magical corner.
She's very tribal, I hear.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Totally.
Notice, see what I did there, Royce? I'm shameful, brother. I'm a shameful plugger. I come from a long line of shameful pluggers, brother.
Well, I'm not too far behind you, I guess. So anyway, folks, we're gonna close. Thank you, chat. Love the chat. Love everybody in there. Good night.
Amen to that.
Good night, my friend, Dr. Rick. Thank you, Caitlin. Good night. Caitlin's magical corner. Brian Bingham. Good night, buddy.
Night,
okay,
Doc.
guys. Staff here. Staff. Co-hosts. Michael, Dan, Chris, Novice. Thank you all so much. I appreciate everything you guys do. And that's what's happening in Royce's world today. Good night, everybody.
Good night, folks. And thank you, Saeed.